Welcome back to Roundtable Talks. I'm David Saparis, and today we have Adam Kwan. Thanks, Adam, for joining us.
Thanks for having me, Dave.
Adam, today I want to talk to you about agent success, or in our industry, unfortunately, agents don't succeed as much. In your opinion, what's lacking in the agent's business, their approach, in order to really achieve their full success or their full potential?
Yeah, definitely. I think first thing is really business planning throughout the whole year, kind of planning what you have to do from January all the way to December, and then also accountability. A lot of people, think it's an easy job. They don't really work the hours that they need to. No consistency. Consistency, I think, is key. Just being consistent throughout the year, even during the slow December times, always still got to reach out to your sphere of influence and kind of connect with them.
So with the business plan, I'm sure you do it because you are a successful agent, yearly on a consistent basis. With the business plan, how does that look? What are you actually including in your business plan?
I think it really comes down to setting a goal for yourself in the beginning of the year, and then kind of moving backwards and kind of breaking it down to month, to week, how many calls you have to make daily in order for you to succeed to get that goal. I think most people kind of think that they want everything right away versus breaking it back down to daily tasks. Yeah. I think that's the most important.
And I think you're correct on that. The daily tasks, I guess, would be the communication that you're doing on a daily basis with your clients or your sphere or the leads that are coming in. I think when you're creating your business plan, you have to have those multiple lead sources in order to hit the calls that you're referring to, and then eventually your numbers. But I also believe you have to have a communication plan on how you're going to communicate to those people in your database or whatever the case may be. And I think that all flows out of your business plan. So I do believe that's correct. What else do you believe that agents lack on doing in order to get the success that they should be able to?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just following up on your last point, I think what's important is also like the CRM, the follow-up system. I think 90% of the job is really to follow up with your past clients or your leads. If you don't follow with them, then you're probably going to go to someone else.
It's funny that many agents don't have a CRM, and I think our business is a contact business. I don't see how someone can remember their conversations or when they spoke to someone last if you're talking to more than 20 or 30 people a year, which is not enough to make enough money. You have to be talking to hundreds or maybe 1,000 people a year. So without a CRM, it's surprising on how many agents actually don't operate with a CRM. What CRM do you currently use?
So right now we're using a KV Core. It's a newer CRM system with a lot of different new technologies. So far it's been really good. And I believe a lot of agents can also make use of that as well.
And then as far as that is concerned, transitioning, so you've talked about the business plan, you talked about lead generation and with that having the need for a CRM. Is there any other aspects of the business that a lot of agents don't do or utilize in order to gain success?
I think it's really just kind of going back to the basics. Yeah. Relationship building. Talking to friends that you haven't spoken to in a while, or past clients, or sending out holiday cards. I think that's very important. And also just kind of, nowadays everyone's on social media, but maybe just try going back to door knocking or hosting events. Yeah. Those little things I think are going to separate yourself from everyone else that's just doing a reel or a story of an open house.
Right, and I think face-to-face contact will never replace anything else. I think when you can build a rapport really quickly when you're face-to-face, as opposed to a flyer or a post on social media. where do you, I mean, the market does go up and down. It looks like we are in a bit of a down market. Where do you see that going, and how are you overcoming this current hurdle that I guess we're all in?
I think, mostly due to the interest rates and the consumer confidence is pretty low right now. But overall, I think Toronto as a market as a whole, in the future, it's gonna rebound for sure, based on immigration, the lack of supply and the demand. But you just have to keep your clients updated so they feel comfortable when the time is right.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing key. They have to have the confidence. Right now it seems it's lacking, but during the pandemic, I mean, the whole world was shut down, but the confidence of real estate was obviously proven in Toronto specifically, that we hit record numbers that year and record average prices because the confidence of the consumer was there to purchase either whether it was for personal use or investment. And right now it looks like we're a little bit not there. I guess the rapid rate increases has caused that.
Yeah, for sure.
But we'll see where it goes. I think we have a few more rate increases, but once that settles in, I think that might be the bottoming of the market, and the confidence of the purchaser will probably come back, knowing that where they stand as far as finance when it comes to mortgaging.
I definitely agree.
Yeah.
Toronto, one of the major cities in the world. I don't think the prices can get too low, especially with, I believe, 500,000 people coming into the country every year. I see it going up in the long run. So people that are scared now, I think eventually when the media picks up on some positive notes in the market, everything will be okay.
Well, I mean, listen, Adam, how did you feel as an agent or your clients when you're in the market that we were experiencing earlier in this year and previous years, where 1 out of 20 were getting that property that everybody was bidding on? Yes, it slowed down. Yes, there has been a slowdown, but from my experience, we're getting back into what used to be a normal market when before all of this hectic activity was taking place in the last 3 or 4 years. Now I think you can properly service your client. You can show them a house 2 or 3 times before they make a decision. You can have conditions in your offers. I think that's kind of a positive, really, that if we're heading towards that sort of market that we used to be in, it will bode well for the agents to build relationships a little bit better with their buyers or sellers, that they have to take some more time in order to find them a property or sell their property. What do you think of that?
Yeah, I absolutely agree.
Yeah.
Like before, when the market was super hot, clients had no options. All they, saw a house for 15 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna
pretty much 15 minutes. That's
but then you're expecting to lose anyways. But at the end of the day, I think right now there's a lot more options for buyers, and the buyers are still out there. Yeah. They're just kind of waiting it out, see what's going to happen. But once things go back to the norm,
the new norm,
then everyone's going to start buying again, and then it's gonna explode. But
I think that's what I think that might be a concern for a lot of people, that there is a lot of buyers that even with the rate hikes, they're just sitting on the sidelines.
Exactly.
Doesn't mean they can't afford. And when the prices do drop a little bit more, when they all rush in, most likely we're going to be back to where we were before, in the sense, I'm not saying pricing may be where it was, but we're going to get back into a tough market for buyers to get back in and buy in. So I agree, if there's a time to buy, this could be it.
I think, I agree with you too. Just based on if you're not planning to buy and sell right away, then realistically the risks isn't too high.
Right.
And statistically, over a 5-year cycle, it's always a win. So if you can hold for at least 3 to 5 years, I think now is a pretty good opportunity.
Yep.
If not now, I believe, maybe springtime or even the summertime, there'll still be a lot of deals out there.
Very good. Adam, I want to thank you for joining us today. Remember, everyone, to hit like on this episode and subscribe to our channel. Until next time, enjoy.